So now, Amrut, would you like to really talk on from that seed of booklet to this model of the booklet, how you like actually worked upon the idea, how you grow the let the idea grow, and how you actually brought the idea into practical application.
Yeah. So as any other typical young startup, I started taking role models. So when I was in stock market, you will be surprised. My role models were people like Vijay Mallya, Harshad Mehta, and Nirav Modi's. And no wonder why I went into depression. And perhaps I had the highest bank balance in my life. Highest. I was a crorepati almost. But then I was in depression. I was not enjoying life. And now it's exactly the opposite. Gradually, when I dived into these books, read biographies and autobiographies of great world leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, Swami Vivekanand, Martin Luther King Jr., Mother Teresa, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, Shivaji Maharaj, gradually my role model started changing from Vijay Mallya to Mahatma Gandhi, yeah, from Harshad Mehta to Swami Vivekanand. Yeah. And my whole approach towards life, towards startup started changing. And I realized that these world leaders who are still alive in our hearts even after their death, hundreds of years ago, and they sold nothing. What did Gandhiji sell to you? What were his offerings? What were his products and services? What did Vivekanand sell to you? Then I'm not saying that I had bad role models. I'm nobody to comment on the careers and lives of Vijay Mallya's and Harshad Mehta's. But if you have bigger role models, why choose the small ones? Right? And I think this is one lesson. If all the boys and girls who are watching me, I see many young startups, young entrepreneurs, they take very small role models. हाँ उसका ना यूट्यूब पे उसके 10 मिलियन फॉलोअर्स है तो मैं उसकी तरह बनूंगा. Fine, there is nothing wrong in it, but then you are taking a very small role model, and whereas on just a click away there is such a big role model waiting to teach you some of the greatest lessons in the world. Yeah. And so because I changed my role models, I did not take any business entrepreneurs as my role models, but the change makers of the world. Yeah. Gradually I almost started doing opposite of what most of the business entrepreneurs do. Yeah. People, they focus on strategies, SEOs, marketing. I focus on values. Yeah, I always talk about my values. The reading habit is my value. It's not my strategy. Like non-violence and truth were Gandhiji's values. Yeah. So when somebody asks me, then are you not scared that somebody will steal your idea of booklet and then will become bigger than you? So why are you giving it for free? I said, no. If had Gandhiji said ever that no, you have to pay me 10 rupees for my idea of truth and non-violence and don't copy me. Oh, come on. Churalo, that if you steal my idea, that is my victory, because we don't stand for our products and services. We stand for the higher purpose. And gradually, I stopped talking about my app. I hardly talk about booklet app. We have been talking for last 5 minutes. For the first time, I'm using the word booklet app, right? And then I started talking about the higher purpose of reading habit. Suddenly, everything changed. My perception, people started looking at me differently. Yeah. And then the term emerged as social entrepreneur. Yeah. Needs social entrepreneurs, young boys and girls with a mind of Steve Jobs, but a heart of Gautam Buddha, where you solve problems with a lot of
Bringing
compassion.
change in others' life.
Yes, yes. Change makers. Yeah. Not just, there is nothing wrong in becoming a entrepreneur, but India needs social entrepreneurs, the change makers. Yeah, where they see the world that does not exist. They get frustrated between the gap between what is and what could be. Yeah, status quo is their enemy. Progress is their steroids.
Mm.
Yeah, they are desperate to bring the change.